Hello and welcome to another episode of Minimize Regret. In this episode, I want to capture a little bit of the spiritual and perhaps psychological sides of minimizing regret rather than just acting in such a way that you minimize regret. And there are a lot of people who say that they have no regrets because whatever has happened to them and all their actions that they've taken have made them who they are today. Now, that is a very honorable place to be in, but I do really think it's easier said than done to achieve that. I think you probably, for most people, have at least some small traumas in their life, and in that case, you really have to work hard to either reframe the trauma or to desensitize yourself to it. But I do think you can kind of get lost in your past a little bit too much, and that's why I feel like focusing on the present is really one of the most powerful things for not feeling the pain of regret. Because, in many senses, the present is all that exists. The past is in the past. Things have changed. There's no reason why what's happened in the past, from a practical standpoint, has to impact the future. Now, in many cases, and for most people, it does. It has a profound impact. But there's no reason you have to be the same person that you were 1 second ago. Like, a switch could flip in your brain, and your world could be changed forever. And I really do believe that. Like, the past doesn't have to hold power over you. And so that's why meditation for me is such a powerful practice. You're focusing on the now. You're trying to pay attention to any thoughts or feelings you may have and just notice them as appearances of consciousness rather than consuming your mind. So you may notice that you're really getting hung up on something. You keep thinking about something in the past. But as long as you notice, you're pulling yourself back into the present, and that's going to make you a lot less likely to feel regret. And in fact, if you are in the present, I don't really think there is any way that you can feel regret. So, from my perspective, meditation is a great tool, but there are also other mindfulness and ways to explore consciousness, which I think are very powerful and have a profound positive impact because you're able to just acknowledge the past for what it is and realize it is at least somewhat of an illusion because it doesn't exist now. And framing stuff like that is very powerful and allows you to minimize regret. Obviously, the whole reason I created this channel is because I still do have some lingering regret about how I lived probably the majority of life. I would say probably teenage years all the way through most of my 20s, and I really hope this doesn't happen to other people, but at the same time I need to reframe that in a way that maybe is a little bit less painful and a way that I can have a better attitude about. And I do think one of the key ways to do that is by staying in the present. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.